from the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10. Presented by Reliance Jio. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Ford Ravin and Kent Kamai. In style partner Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, our blood boils with collective anger tonight because a rape convict who brutalized Nirbhaya 7 years ago has the audacity to tell the Supreme Court of India, our Supreme Court of India, that he should not be given the death penalty because Delhi's air quality is already cutting his life short. Can you believe it? This sarcasm, this attitude. How does he have it? Can I tell you why? Because he's alive. How does he mock us? You know why? Because you and I, through our hard-earned taxpayers' money, are feeding him day in and day out. I'm seething tonight because a rape convict has the temerity to call Nirbhaya's dying declaration a lie. How much more human rights will we have for these people? How much more leeway will we give? Enough is enough. Rapists deserve no mercy. And the Republic Network says they should be hanged and hanged and hanged immediately. Hashtag hang them now. Now let's debate.
On the debate tonight, Nirbhaya's rapist must be sent to the gallows immediately. For 7 years, a mother has been running from pillar to post, waiting to see her daughter's rapists hanged to death.
मैं भी चाहती हूँ उनकी जल्द से जल्द उनको फांसी हो, क्योंकि मैं 7 साल से मैं भी चक्कर काट रही हूँ, तो मैं भी चाहती हूँ कि 16 दिसंबर को उनको फांसी हो जाए, लेकिन हमारे कहने से तो नहीं होता है.
For 7 years, rapists who brutalized Nirbhaya inside a moving bus on the night of December 16, 2012 have been funded by the taxpayer. Tonight, as the demand for justice is louder than ever before, rapist Akshay Kumar Singh has filed a review petition in the Supreme Court challenging death penalty. A petition that has angered the entire nation.
The most shocking comments coming in a review plea filed in the top court by one of her rapists. He says he should be given the life because he believes that in this age it is Kalyug, already his life is going to be down. At another page in the grounds in the review plea, shockingly a comment is made that there is air pollution in the capital, his age is anyways getting reduced.
जीवन लेने का अधिकार, देने का अधिकार ऊपर वाले मालिक को है, प्रभु को, तो जीवन लेने का अधिकार भी वही है. और हमारे ह्यूमन राइट्स भी कहते हैं कि इस तरह की फांसी की सजा सरकारी मर्डर है.
What's even more shocking is that he has dared to insult Nirbhaya by calling her dying declaration a lie.
To tire the family more, to hurt them more. Nirbhaya rapist also says to the top court in the review plea that's just been filed today that they believe the dying declarations given by Nirbhaya are all false and fabricated because she was on ventilator.
As India's patience runs out, there's speculation about Nirbhaya's rapist being executed in this jail in Bihar's Buxar. We hope it happens immediately. Let's debate.
Okay, now let me introduce them, everybody on the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, Anuja Kapoor, criminal psychologist and social activist. Our fellow well-known social activist, Yogita Bhayana. Subui Khan, lawyer and activist, all very, very powerful voices. And with them is Brinda Adige, another very prominent activist from Bangalore, and Adwaita Kala as well, who besides being an author and writer is also a very strong voice for women's rights. So thank you all for joining us. Right? So we have introduced 5. On the other side tonight, we have with us Advocate AP Singh. Advocate AP Singh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Advocate AP Singh is the person who has filed this ridiculous review petition. Yes, you are the author of this piece of garbage which I have with me. Advocate VK Anand you are also the lawyer of the rape accused, of the rape convicts. Advocate VK Anand has been the lawyer for Ram Singh and Mukesh, 2 of the rapists, right? And Ram Singh committed suicide in jail. Farkhat Rehan, I don't know what her position is, she's an activist. She wants some kind of mercy for the rapists. Shilpi Jain is a lawyer for the Supreme Court. Can you hear me, Shilpi? Can you in one line tell us what your stand is on the subject so everyone knows what your stand is, then we can proceed on the debate.
Arnab, as far as the review petition is concerned, I don't think it will succeed at all. The grounds are ridiculous because review has a very limited scope. Okay. It's either when there is an error in judgment, mistake, miscarriage of justice. All these are ridiculous grounds. The review petition of the others have already been rejected. So I think it's just buying time. The very purpose is to just delay the execution.
Okay, I understood your position. So you're with the activists on this. Okay, fine.
That it's not
fine. Understood. And our last panelist today is Avi Singh, is a lawyer joining us today live. Avi Singh ji, good evening. Where do you stand on the subject, just to understand your initial position before we begin the debate? Where do you stand on the subject, sir?
Well, I am speaking,
before we begin the debate,
to speak generally on capital punishment. I've been asked to speak on capital punishment as far as this particular case of Nirbhaya's surviving convicts. They're not just accused, they're convicted and have been sentenced to death. The only legal impediment for the execution to be carried out at this point is that some of their mercy petitions are still pending before the president. The review petition, there is no stay in there as of now.
Okay. So from what I understand, therefore, that Avi Singh and Shilpi Jain, Avi Singh is taking a neutral kind of a legal position on the subject, and so is Shilpi Jain. I understand it that way. And with us is India's best legal journalist, the group legal editor of the Republic Network, Ridham Anand Bhardwaj, who's done a fairly detailed reading of the review petition. Thank you, Ridham. Ridham, besides this, will also, viewers, take your feedback. And so, if you send us your WhatsApp messages, the camera is already there, ladies and gentlemen. The number on your screen, 73044. Let me complete that. 34381. Lots of messages, Ridham.
Already messages coming in, Arnab.
What's the tone and tenor? Give me a few.
The tone and tenor of these messages, and there are 30 messages that have come in the last 1 minute that says, hang them right now mercilessly.
Hang them
Before that, the messages that came, 50 messages came, and Arnab, I'm just reading out messages that are coming out. It says, it's time for justice to be served in the Disha way to these people. We want justice for Nirbhaya. My name is Kavita. I am from Hyderabad. Hang them on 16 December. We want justice for Nirbhaya.
Yeah, and by the way, viewers, you are seeing there, today we have another innovation. Your WhatsApp messages are also going, many of them directly on the grid right now. Like you can see there, that's Padma from Hyderabad. Her views are on the screen. So let's keep this interactive. Let's keep it going. My first question to Advocate AP Singh, I am ashamed of you, not for being the lawyer in the case, that's your right. I am utterly ashamed of you, Advocate AP Singh, not because you've chosen to be the lawyer for these rapists, I am ashamed at you for the manner in which you have trivialized the argument. I am ashamed of you for what you have written. Have you actually written this? I can't believe it, that any sensible person can write like this. He says today, let me explain to you. Anuja, can I read out something today, what he says? He says today, intercourse. He says, while Nirbhaya was raped, he says, in the mercy petition, he says, it is further stated that the prosecutrix was raped by a minimum of 2 men and that she does not remember intercourse after that. This man on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, Advocate A.P. Singh, brushes aside rape as some kind of intercourse. For people like him, he says, and I can only say that we are all ashamed of you, Advocate A.P. Singh, for your lack of sensitivity, empathy, and sense. Brinda Adige, he calls rape intercourse. Did you hear that? He calls it intercourse, and he sits there with a straight face on my program today. He's proud of what he's done, Yogita. He's proud. Brinda, I want to bring you into the debate to first respond to his definition of rape as some form of sexual intercourse. You can speak directly to him.
I do not understand from where he gets his definition. I do not understand from where you get your definition, because the IPC has very clearly defined what is rape. And over these years, you have heard people talking and telling you that rape is not intercourse. Any kind of sexual assault, any kind of penetration that you might do without the consent of that woman is rape. How dare
but
dare
even
you
the
use
thought
the word
that the lawyer speaks like this, Brinda,
looking at it as
even
a
the thought
scientific thing.
that in this country today,
How
a man
dare you
like
use it?
Advocate A.P. Singh can have the temerity today, Yogita, temerity. Who gave him the degree? Ask him.
Citizenship.
Ask
We are
advocate.
having
Ask
NRC
him.
debate.
Ask
Who
him.
has given him
Ask the advocate.
citizenship of this,
Ask advocate
this
Arnab.
country? I'm feeling so ashamed of having shared the citizenship with such a person. I mean, who is advocate on record in Supreme Court? I am surprised, that we have such people getting clearing the law exams also and reaching there without being sensitized. Forget about sensitization. Look at his language.
He says today, it is further stated that the prosecutrix was raped by 2 men and she does not remember intercourse after. A woman ravaged. A woman, Subuhi, who...
A woman, and he is shamelessly saying that it is an intercourse. I think he never understands what an intercourse means in an English dictionary, that he should look it up and should understand that a rape is a hate crime. It is done towards a woman to take her dignity, her respect, her life away from her. Sir, have you ever been an advocate to a victim of rape? That's why we are sitting on the opposite sides. We people are the ones who work on that ground level and understand the pain of the victim. And that is why you are the lawyer of an accused. Because you are there to, maybe a lot of money is involved. A lot of things are involved. So we don't need fame. But intercourse, please understand, intercourse doesn't mean it is a rape.
He also calls Nirbhaya a liar, Subuhi. This man is inexcusable. This man sitting on the right-hand side of your screen, who calls himself an advocate. He has committed the unpardonable offense of questioning the dying declaration. You are a lawyer as well, Subuhi. He has the gall, this man, Advocate A.P. Singh, who's filed this ridiculous piece of garbage called a review petition. He says the 3 dying declarations have been contrived and deserve to be kept out of consideration, and the dying declaration do not inspire confidence. That is what he says. And you know what he says further from that, Subuhi? He mocks all of us, Advocate A.P. Singh. Either he thinks that he can fool around with the people of this country. He says everyone is aware of what is happening in Delhi NCR in regard to water and air. Because of pollution, life is going to be cut short. Then why have the death penalty? He is making fun of all of us. And this system has allowed Advocate A.P. Singh sitting on the right quietly today. He has not a single answer today. He has no single answer today. but we will not spare him tonight. He must explain why, on what basis, with what confidence is he making these kind of statements.
I will give you all answer when you stop your garbage language.
Well, my language is better than yours. Unfortunately, you have shown insensitivity. You are obviously, he has also said, by the way,
I know.
You have insulted.
I'm using word as
you have
per the
insulted
case
Nirbhaya.
Evidence, and you are using here the word. It's totally unparliamentary. What are you using? I can understand.
My words are not unparliamentary.
Send your OB man in my office after then use this type of
जला
word.
देता इन्होंने बोला था on the record. He said, yes, he said it on record on a documentary that I will burn my own daughter if she was roaming around in the midnight. How come Nirbhaya was out with the boy? This is the kind of a person we have to be citizens with. I mean, he should be boycotted.
Your channel. You need that I throw out your IDs. No, I will not go from your channel. I will give you reply of each and everything what you want to say. You discuss me, why death penalty? You discuss me, I mention my review petition, why death penalty? I'm very easily.
Advocate AP Singh,
what I'm saying,
your
what I'm
advocate
saying in my
AP Singh,
That penalty is the order that has been
मैं तो बड़े
given by
सभ्यता
the
से आपके
judge
साथ बात
for
कर
the
रहा हूँ.
crime that has been committed
मैं
by
तो
this
सिर्फ
man
कह रहा
and
हूँ.
his colleague.
Don't lie to
Advocate
here.
AP Singh, 1 minute. Let me deal with him one-on-one. Advocate AP Singh, first of all.
Now you are you want to loudly, you want to know only loudly.
Take your fake aggression and throw it elsewhere. Take your fake aggression and throw it elsewhere. Learn to behave yourself when you come on my program. Show basic decency. You are on my channel. Behave like a decent man, which probably you are not.
Everybody's seen your channel. Everybody's seen your behavior. What are you using bird since then?
If you've seen my channel, then you don't take chances with me.
Debate start. What type of word you are using?
Calm down,
to a liar?
Arey, blood pressure बढ़ जाएगा.
It is a parliamentary. No. It is your profession.
What did I say? I said you called Nirbhaya a liar. I know my words very well. I don't think you could hear me properly.
Defense my client.
Calm down.
Apologize. Don't worry.
Apologize. माफी मांगिए.
You apologize, then I apologize you. You apologize first. Apologize you. Then I apologize as a big brother yours.
You don't have to apologize me. You have to apologize to me.
You will apologize from your channel, from all over India.
My question to you is, you said on fact, I'm asking you. So many once. I don't want to. I want to debate on fact. My question is, advocate Singh. I'm not fighting with you personally. You said today.
No, you are very much interested fighting with me personally.
In the age of Kali Yuga.
I think so.
In the age of Kali Yuga.
Yes.
If this is the age of Kali Yuga, why death penalty?
Why death penalty?
Human beings' life has reduced much. It has come to 50 years.
Why death penalty?
And rarely we listen to a person who is the age of 100 years.
Yes.
What is...
Yes.
He gave a dialogue for the movie actually. Because he's going to take a movie.
Very.
No, I want to ask you one. Can you not? Anuja, don't disturb me right now. Advocate AP Singh. Advocate AP Singh. First of all, listen to me when I'm speaking to you. Don't shout at me. Don't raise your voice anymore. I'm speaking to you decently because you're a senior man. Don't take a chance with me, Advocate AP Singh. Don't do that.
You are understand.
Control yourself.
Yes, don't try to shout me.
Behave with dignity.
You are in
Behave with dignity.
Not time in your office.
Behave with dignity.
First you invite me.
Keep your dignity intact.
Yes.
Keep your dignity intact.
Yes.
Behave with decency.
Yes, I know dignity. I know that.
Behave with decency.
Dignity. You are using dignity. You don't know.
Calm down.
How behave a civilized person.
Calm down.
Yes.
Calm down.
Yes, you come down. You come down.
Now listen to me. Answer a question. You have said.
Yes, you come down, I'm saying.
Control yourself.
Yes.
I won't come down anywhere. I said calm down. Now listen to me. Subui, my question is, viewers, I'll tell you this. he has questioned the rape timings. He has said that how can 6 people in a bus rape Nirbhaya within 21? So you see, he is this man. This is a dirty argument.
It is a matter of evidence.
You know, sometimes
it is a matter of trial. It is not a matter of debate. It is not a matter of debate.
So I'm asking you one thing.
It is a matter of
I'm asking you.
Experience?
Ask him.
Sir, are you talking with experience when you have written this in review petition that 6 men cannot rape a woman in 21 minutes? I'm sorry, I have to ask this question. Is this with your experience you are talking?
What are you?
How can you write these kind of stupid comments, and how can you write these kind of things in a review petition? And this is a poor president who has to read this? What is it, sir? Sometimes you call it that a woman is enjoying an intercourse. If your daughter will do something, you will burn her. See? Oh, not only you.
Let's hear the response. I want to hear it.
You have PW statement. You have a statement of the PWs. You have a statement of the PWs. You have charge sheet. You have the evidence. No. Certainly no. Just you are reading my petition. It is my review petition. It is not a SLP. Detail, all reply of the all questions is already available in my SLP, which is already in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Cheat. So what were you thinking when you were writing this thing? What were you thinking? It is never legal even. What are you writing, sir? At least stand on that perspective. Do justice of law. What are you even writing? How will you collaborate this in the court? Even the court, in how things are going to do it? So how are you going to do it? Tell me. This doesn't even corroborate.
Yes.
What timeout?
It is not a matter of you.
Yeah, ask him a question. So we has a question.
You are not advocate at the time of trial. You are not present at the time of trial, judge. Yes.
Shut your mouth and listen to me
I think
for a moment. Tell me something. A lawyer of the Supreme Court, can you please mention just one word in IPC which explains that rape, in order to, that crime, in order to qualify as a rape, does timing has any role in that? Please explain that. I think you need to go through and brush up your knowledge about the, the sections of IPC, and I really doubt who gave you the right to even file this review petition. This petition should have been thrown on your face, because,
he also
just
says,
the right of filing
he also says, Advaita, he also says, how do you know? What does he say? It's barbaric to repeat it, but Rhythm, I want you to tell Advaita first what he has said. It's a perverted argument. I'm sorry to say, your review petition, the way you've written it, it is an act of perversion. And Rhythm will tell you why. It is a perverted argument. It's not a legal argument. Rhythm, tell Advaita why we find it perverted.
It is a matter of record. It is a matter of record.
When he talks about the gang rape.
All reply of your questions are available in my SLP.
Remember, it's 6 days to the 7th death anniversary of Nirbhaya. On that fateful night, what happened? We all as journalists covered the protest, the tsunami of protests that broke out. Advaita, on page 24, he writes that she was not brutalized by an iron rod. She was not brutalized because if she had been, it could have first destroyed the uterus before the intestines were pulled out. What sort of language is he using at a time when we
there should be a case against him. There should be a case against this advocate. I tell you, there should be a case filed against advocate. There should be a case filed against him for what he has put out. Otherwise, he takes a chance with this.
It is a serious that for all the lawyers who are also sitting here. It is me
to use this.
Lawyer. Please.
No. And then let me tell you.
I am invited by Mr. Arnab.
We expose.
Arnab
no. Let me tell you. We expose.
Unnecessary. He invited me. Ask the question, Mr. Arnab.
There should be a case filed against him. And then I tell you one thing. We are exposing him, but there will be those boring broadcasting corporations of India, of the world. They will interview him and they will say this is the mindset of Indians.
After
and he will happily for publicity go and give interviews to them. This is the perversion that you put out there. You're questioning the time it takes to carry out an act of rape.
You know what does he say? It's a penetration. It's just, even if a penis touches it, it is called as a penetration or a digital rape. He doesn't even know what does a rape means.
He's saying, this lawyer says...
He doesn't know about the digital rape and the rape.
No, he said this is Kali Yuga. And I tell you one thing, he's saying that anyone can insert a rod into a woman, right, and rape her, and then say it is Kali Yuga. He's trying to say that anyone can walk up to a walking woman in the night, shove her into a bus, rape her, pull out her organs, almost kill her, and then find advocate VK Singh to say it's Kali Yuga.
You are totally wrong interpreting.
He's saying that anyone can go, he can AP Singh, and he's saying that anyone, Advaita Kala, he can saying anyone can rape a girl, a young medical student, and shrug his shoulders after that and say this is Kali Yuga. That's what he's saying. And I'm saying why this is infuriating is because today, Advaita, I'm telling you, people are so frustrated that these rapists are alive. That they are saying, Yogita, who's sitting here today on my program, Advaita, has written a letter to the President of India. Yogita has written a letter to the President of India. And I'll tell you one thing, Advaita, before you come to you. Yogita has written a letter to the President of India, and I'll read out the letter. Yogita, on the screen, she has said, I request you to either hang Nirbhaya's culprits till death on December 16, 2019, the very same day they raped her, or Rashtrapati ji, grant me your kind permission to pursue euthanasia. On 16 December 2019, the same day 7 years ago when my fight began to bring her justice. She has said today, I hope you are not serious about it, Yogita, but she has said that if the rapists are not hanged, she will kill herself. And she has written a letter to the president seeking that. Now, that's not drama. You understand? That's how strongly people feel, Yogita. And you have said this. It's your letter, right?
It's not only me, Arnab. I have written definitely collectively because we all are...
You're saying you'll commit euthanasia.
Yes, I have asked for the permission. If
and you're
they
serious
are not
about it?
Absolutely serious about it. And not only me. We went to hospital the other day to meet the survivor's body. There was a lady who was so frustrated, she put kerosene on her own daughter. She said, what will I save her with? So this is the emotion of the whole country. It's not a drama. Definitely, we have fought for it for 7 years. Not only for Nirbhaya, similar like daughters, you know, they have gone. So it is our frustration, which is not drama.
What is our frustration is that...
It is not...
Our frustration is, Advaita, that there has been a delay. Why review petition? Only to delay. Only to buy some time. Only to make these rapists, Advaita, live on our money.
It's a legal right.
For a little longer. That is a delaying tactic.
It's a legal right.
What? Yes. Don't teach me legal rights. I know your intent. Don't separate your intent. Don't separate your intent.
You don't know legal right. You know only crime. You know only crime. You don't know legal
exist.
Arnab.
Do you know what happened to the victims?
Premeditated and cold-blooded killing of a human being by the state in the name of justice. It is the government trying to promote simplistic responses to complex
Arnab, the good news is that with this kind of representation,
the state must not simply execute people to prove that it is attacking terror or violence against women.
Okay, fine. I mean, we don't need a morality lecture from somebody who's representing probably the biggest barbarians of the last decade.
The crime, not
I'm sorry, the morality lecture is coming from the wrong source.
Not the criminals.
No. So, okay.
It is a morality lecture.
Arnab, the good news is that with this kind of representation, the good news is with this kind of representation, those men are going to be dead within the month. That's for sure. Because the country has run out of patience.
No, I can't wait a month.
There is no patience for these
morning.
kind of frivolous arguments.
Why wait a month?
And it'll be under a month, Arnab, because the country is sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. And the fact that this kind of details are mentioned
them hanged. In fact, I'm sorry to sound barbaric, that dead pictures of their bodies with the news around them should be published in all the papers of the country. I am saying I request the Supreme Court of India to allow us in the media to go into the hanging zone, to let us take pictures of these 4 people on the news. Their dead bodies on the news. I request you, Chief Justice of India, Bobde, allow us the media to take pictures of the 4 dead convicts and publish it in all the media of this country. We request the right to do that. That's what we feel like. Because this infuriates us. Yes, please continue. Sorry, Advaita, sorry to interrupt.
And what do you want to do for the lawyer?
What lawyer?
You know, and I think
Who's giving me a legal defense
the
to that?
depths of depravity, you know, the fact that, you know, in a gang rape, after the second man rapes her, they say that it wasn't even rape, it was intercourse, represents the kind of misogyny that is so endemic to our system. And the fact that I think he's very well matched with his criminals, because this is exactly the kind of mindset which would be able to even defend these barbarians.
Yeah, what we are seeing on the screen are the pictures of a noose that is made in the Buxar jail. And we hope and pray that this is the noose which is being prepared for the Nirbhaya rapists.
I'm not saying to say that perpetrator of heinous crime should go unpunished.
No,
but
sir.
What is required to check crimes?
Sir, can I tell you one thing, sir? Can I tell you one thing, sir?
Opposing death penalty.
Can I tell you one thing? You know, Barkha and Advocate V.K. Anand, who's with me in the studio.
You don't give gyan. You had the audacity, the gall to question her dying declaration?
Yes.
You have the gall to question her dying declaration, and now you are telling you have to prevent crime?
Yes.
Of course. How did a dying declaration come? Did it just come in thin
Advocate
air?
V.K. Anand.
There is a procedure that is followed for a dying
Advocate
declaration.
V.K. Anand, who is with us on the program.
Final as far as
One second. Advocate V.K. Anand. Advocate V.K. Anand, who's on the program, has also been... No, 1 second. Advocate V.K. Anand, who's with us on the program opposite Advocate A.P. Singh. And viewers, Advocate V.K. Anand has been the lawyer for Ram Singh, who committed suicide in jail. The accused, the convict, and Mukesh, the convict in this case. He says he wants to give a fitting reply to Advocate A.P. Singh. You have been both supporters of the rapist. You've heard the language that he has used. I would also like to tell you, sir, the top court of the country has established the guilt. And yet, this rapist, through this Advocate A.P. Singh, has filed a plea saying if the rods purported to have been had actually been inserted through the vagina, it would have first destroyed the uterus before the intestines were pulled out. There were no rod-related injuries in her uterus.
I am not
this
saying
dirty narrative, you know what upsets me?
It is evidence. It is
you have put that in the review petition.
It is available on SLP.
What evidence?
What are you saying?
What evidence? Enough.
What evidence you have?
On the road. Do you know that?
Yes, number of
He's taking chances. People are beginning to call and they're very angry. One minute. Anuja, people are very angry.
At the time of murder of Ram Singh,
please speak louder, sir. Please speak louder, sir. I'm getting a lot of phone calls, sir. You need to speak louder. Advocate D.K. Singh.
Please allow me
to. You cannot take permission from me to speak.
First of all, I will tell everybody that I represented Ram Singh only on the basis of when nobody was coming forward to represent them. So I just given a legal advice or legal aid only because they have a fundamental right. Otherwise, I have never done all these things. My question is to Mr. A.P. Singh. 90% I have completed that trial and you have adopted my evidence. Where were you at that time? Why you have not raised all these questions? You know, 90%. Yes. He did not even cross-examine the people ultimately. Not at all. He adopted my evidence.
Wait.
He adopted my evidence.
Only both of them.
You remember?
Ask him.
Everything.
First time he conducted a murder trial. He do not know even the ABC of the criminal trial. He do not know.
Don't worry.
You do not know, Mr. A.P. Singh, ABC of the criminal lawyer.
You are saying, you remember.
You do not know ABC of the criminal law.
You remember Mr. Anand from Mr. Justice
You wanted to talk about the legal position?
from the court.
Where were you?
You remember.
At the time of cross-examination.
You remember.
Volume.
Where were you at that time? Why you have not cross-examined all these things? I have completed my all trial. I completed my evidence. You have adopted my evidence.
You have
adopted my cross-examination. Where were you that time?
You adopted, always you adopted. Why you are not in today? Why you are not in today in this case? Why Mr. Justice Deepak Mishra thrown you out from the court? You remember? You are not remembering that day when Mr. Deepak Mishra, Justice of the Supreme Court, get out from the court, Supreme Court. In this case,
APC,
you will not
keep in
remember
your mind, keep in your mind, you do not know APC of the criminal law itself.
Yes,
only for the public, for
publicity.
You're saying it's publicity. You are doing all these things. You are just doing the publicity, nothing else.
I know very well what is your position.
Totally agree.
I know very well your position. Don't.
I say, where were you at that time in the trial court?
Imagine.
आप यही वहीं कोर्ट में थे, यही तो बोलते थे, मैं तो सीखने के लिए आया हूँ, यही बोलते थे ना वहाँ पर आप कोर्ट के अंदर। I know you. मैं जानता हूँ आपको आप क्या चीज हैं। मुझे मालूम है कि 9 महीने तक मैंने ट्रायल किया इसका, जान लड़ाई है मैंने इस केस के अंदर, क्योंकि मैं नहीं चाहता था उन लोगों को पूरी एडवाइस मिला, उन लोगों को पूरा मौका मिलना चाहिए। लेकिन आप लोगों ने क्या किया?
Ask the Mukesh your behavior.
आप लोग अगर वकील ना यहाँ इस केस में ना होते तो मुकेश बच जाता। आपको फिर मैं बता देता हूँ, एक बार फिर बता दूंगा। मैंने सर फाइल लेके आया हूँ, आप देखिएगा सब लोगों ने गलत काम किया। मुकेश ने ये कहा मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, ही वाज सिंपली अ ड्राइवर, ही वाज सिंपली अ ड्राइवर। लेकिन उसने सब कुछ, उसने सिस्टम की मदद की, उसने कानून की मदद की, लेकिन उस वो लड़का जो है इनके साथ पिस गया है।
तो ये मत बताइए,
मैं आपको ये बता रहा हूँ,
ये मत बताइए, ये मत बताइए। No, 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 no. We can't take that. We can't take that. You are trying to present the rape accused convict as an innocent person. This is the fight on technicalities. But I want to also tell you viewers today. I want to tell you everything viewers today. One minute. What appalls me? This is my country. This is my country. Advocate VK Singh. This Anand. VK Anand. What?
Did not stop the bus. He was equally connivance. Okay, you can't say that he was pissed. Please don't use these words in front of us. We have gone through long battle. Don't use such words.
I just want to say this.
Don't use piss gaya. Drive kar raha tha. Please don't use your bullshit argument here. Piss gaya. Drive kar raha tha. What was he doing? He could not save her then. Why did he? Please sir, don't say this. Please.
Piss gaya. He says piss gaya.
Yes. We don't want to hear this. Please go from here. Just enough. We don't want to hear this.
बेकार की बात।
जानवर वो गाड़ी चला रहा है,
गाड़ी चलाते हुए चला गया। बहुत इनोसेंट था वो, बड़ा इनोसेंट था वो, गाड़ी चला रहा था।
आप दोनों लॉयर्स क्या कर रहे हो सर? एक ने क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन नहीं किया, दूसरा ये कह रहा है कि वो ड्राइवर आकर बैठ के वो गाड़ी चला रहा था।
एक ही बात मैंने योग्यता एक ही बात मैंने कही है कि
नहीं चाहिए कोई
माना कि मैंने किया,
अभी बोला पिस क्या।
प्लीज में एक भी मर्द होता तो आज निर्भया जिंदा होती।
वो उसने माना
तो उसमें हिम्मत
माना क्या सर?
अपनी जिस
माना दी जाती
she has gone।
माना तो इंसिडेंट टुक प्लेस, उसने माना इस बात को।
माना क्या? वो से गाड़ी क्यों नहीं बंद करी? उसे गाड़ी बंद क्यों नहीं करी? उसे पुलिस चेक के पास जाके गाड़ी क्यों नहीं रोकी? उसे किसी पुलिस वाले ने गाड़ी क्यों नहीं रोकी?
फांसी दो उनको।
People like you
फांसी दो।
मजाक चलता है। एक यूथनेशिया कर रही है, पुलिस एनकाउंटर कर रहा है, लोग यहाँ पे मरते चले जा रहे हैं। हम लोग क्या यहाँ पर सब ऐसे बैठे रहेंगे? हर समय डिबेट करते
और आप बोल रहे हैं इनोसेंट पिस गया सर, गाड़ी चला रहा था।
मैं भी तो लॉयर हूँ, ये भी तो लॉयर है। क्या हम लोग नहीं बदल सकते?
We have heard him every day. It was a torture to listen to him in Supreme Court.
उसने कोर्ट के अंदर सच बोला है।
आप निर्भया
केस ने कोर्ट के अंदर सच बोला है।
ये ऐसे लोगों के कारण 1 मिनट ये BBC, मुझे बोला जाता है BBC इंटरव्यू देते हैं एडवोकेट AP सिंह। Yeah, Advocate AP Singh has given an interview to the BBC, I am told, in which he has said that rape will be done in India if Valentine's Day festivals are not celebrated. And let me tell you, what violates me is that the boring broadcasting corporations publish that as views of the people of India. Now, let me tell you one more thing, viewers. You know what is there in the review, please? Can I read it out? I feel horrible reading it out, but I'll read it out. I'll read it out. I'll read it out. He says, as per the prosecution story, there was robbery, scuffle, beating. Then, how can a man get an erection in such circumstances?
Oh my God! Don't tell me.
No. So he's talking about his sympathies are and this depraved, perverted narrative.
He's writing with.
Are you a pervert?
He's getting a sexual gratification.
How can you write like this?
Sir, I can see your age now. Now you know what is happening. You are writing it down and you can getting that sexual gratification from the writing only. Now this is your problem. Please show yourself to the doctor or come to me. I'm a psychologist. I will cure you up.
He has written that. He has written that.
Nonsense.
I'm telling you, he has written that. Yogita, he has written that. Take him on. You know, people, when they write like that, I can accept legal arguments. This is not a legal argument. This review petition, there's something very perverted about it.
He's telling, no, he does not know the ABC. He must have not cleared his bar council.
You're reading, no. AP Singh.
He is not
wait a minute. AP Singh says, the person could not have been sexually aroused.
Your statement complaint. Now listen. Now listen. The statement which given about the star witness of the case. Star witness of the case, Abhininder Pandey. You see, अजीत अंजुम रिटर्न उस लड़के की आंखों में मुझे कभी दर्द नहीं दिखा, उसकी आवाज में
प्लीज उनको कोट मत कीजिए, उन्होंने तो अभी आके ऐसा कुछ बोल दिया. प्लीज डोंट कोट अजीत अंजुम. आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं? ही इज कोटिंग समबडीज लास्ट मंथ. दिस इज व्हाई दे आर ट्राइंग टू पेशेंस.
उसकी जगह कोई होता तो हर बार
आई डोंट हैव पेशेंस इन हर्ड यू इनफ इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट. प्लीज गो
इंटरव्यू दे.
योर रिव्यू petition was talking to Supreme Court also, but judges had no choice to listen to his shit.
ये सवाल मेरे
your review petition will be dismissed.
Just listen.
It cannot.
दोस्त को मैं जितना
it is dismissed.
It has to be thrown out.
Chance. Don't give him a full
review petition.
एक तरफ और मैं एक तरफ रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद उसे
You think that the people of India are stupid people?
मुझे लगा रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद मुझे लगा कि
you have the gall to ask the Supreme Court that the
रिकॉर्डिंग के बाद मुझे लगा कहीं आरोपियों के वकील इसका इस्तेमाल अपने पक्ष में न कर लें. उस वक्त न्यूज 24 में कंसल्टेंट के तौर पर काम करने वाली रवीना राजकोली तक ने कई बार कहा कि शो ऑन एयर करना चाहिए, लेकिन मेरे अपने तर्क.
Don't give us this stupid. Sir, do you hear? Or you have a hearing problem also? With your perverted mind, you have a hearing problem also. Can you hear this?
रोक देना चाहिए.
Can you hear this? That we don't want to listen your foolish talks.
हमने फैसला किया.
Please don't give us. Do this in the court.
You hear me.
Do this in the court. And we will also see that. We will be present to see that this also gets dismissed. You don't know the CRPC of it, sir. You don't tell us this. You don't know it, sir. You never tell a chief examination, which he has always told that. You never tell a cross-examination. How do you even talk about it? Dying declaration. Do you even know the meaning of a dying declaration?
I think we have had enough. We have had enough. No. Barka once.
Barka kamal hai yaar.
Barka. On the screen. No, Barka, the question is this. See, okay, I've given him enough time. Question is this. I have had enough. I have had enough.
Taking bribe, star witness of the case.
You go back and take some psychological help. Get some psychological help.
Send him to asylum. Immediately asylum.
As far as the people of India are concerned, everybody is saying hang them now. I'm saying hang them now. What is the kind of response you're getting? Yeah, you know the thing is this, that today Yogita is saying, it's very serious. This is the kind of desperation that people are having here. Subui, you've been very quiet uncharacteristically in the course of this debate. I am tired about giving rapists a fresh lease of life. I am tired of review petitions. I am tired of smirking rapists. I have seen smirking rapists in documentaries. And there are people who do documentaries in which they, and the BBC has actually interviewed and given time on air to rapists. And unfortunately in this country today, I think we are wasting time. We are wasting time. Enough on you, please. Can I come back to the studio? Thank you very much. We want the hanging now. We want it immediately. My taxpayer money is not to keep them alive. I think we need to articulate that sentiment stronger. Plus, with their hanging, it needs to be some form of a public execution.
Yes.
In the sense that maybe not the immediate moment of the hanging, but the aftermath of that, and their bodies should be put out, and that should serve as a grisly reminder to future rapists. We can't be quiet about it.
Moment of the hanging.
Pardon me?
That can also be done. Even the immediate hanging can be done in public, and that needs to be done to set up a deterrent. Because I can feel, that potential rapist mentality is visible by the words this man, Mr. Singh, is using. Does the legal right give him, he's again and again using the term legal right. Does that legal right give him the audacity to mock and trivialize the rarest of the rare crime?
How many rapists will be let off the
and he's talking about the timing. कि 6 आदमी 21 मिनट में एक लड़की का रेप कैसे कर सकते हैं? 1 second की penetration भी qualify to be called a rape as per IPC. Arnab, I have been quiet on this debate because I was ashamed कि मैं उस profession को belong करती हूँ, वही काला कोट मैं भी पहनती हूँ, जो ये हिंसक and violent mentality वाला आदमी पहनता है. I think his license needs to be cancelled.
Yeah.
Immediately his license should be cancelled.
Yeah, and so
see, death penalty is not. Let me come in now. I didn't speak. I didn't utter a single word today. Now let me come in.
Evidence, yes.
Death penalty.
Yes.
Yeah, who is again?
You be quiet now.
OMG.
You be quiet.
He's a psycho. He's a psycho. Simple psycho.
I शुरू से अपना homework तो पूरा किया नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है, आप अपनी personal.
Supreme Court तक पहुंच गए. अभी तक आज ना.
I don't want your internal fight, yeah, please. Barka.
Let me come in now. I have only one thing to say here, that death penalty is not a deterrent. But in this case, when the highest courts have convicted them, I think in this case,
a grisly death.
That is,
you know, in March 2019.
In this case, we don't have to wait for the precedent. There should be a death penalty.
In March 2019, the death penalty of a drug addict and rape accused who had murdered a 3-month-old infant was commuted to life by the Supreme Court. Why? I question the logic of the Supreme Court of this country. I disagree with the Supreme Court of this country. I request the honorable judges of the Supreme Court to look back at the probable mistakes they would have made. It's a mistake. I say to the Supreme Court of India, it's a mistake. Only one rapist has been hanged so far. Honorable judges of the Supreme Court, what is happening is a mistake. Consider your mistakes. Without the harsh implementation of the law, there will be no law. You have no argument today.
There is
Barka, you are struggling for words.
The system has failed totally.
The system has not failed.
The judicial needs reforms. The police needs reforms.
No.
We need a lot of reforms.
The only reform is a public
case,
institution.
I am saying hang the rapist.
No. It just
in this case, am I clear? In this case,
they all
hang the rapist.
Suffering.
I am not defending anybody, any rapist here. Hang the rapist.
Enough reforms.
We just again and again are saying that the president is not doing.
Have you seen an iota of remorse?
Government.
When you talk of reformation,
has to tell the president. It is not about the president. Let me make this very clear. Whatever is to be told is to be told to the president. That hasn't been told.
The investigation was completed within 10 months. The
system has failed, and that is why we are still here for 7 years.
Question is, and even shortly, High Court also.
Rhythm, why has he been kept alive? Why has he been kept alive?
That system is allowing
but then the Supreme Court has learned to expedite this matter.
I say, penalty is not a deterrent at all.
I say, who is responsible for the delay?
That system has somebody like AP Singh.
I say personally, this is a Supreme Court.
Rhythm.
I've seen you at the trial court. I've seen what AP Singh is trying to do here. All of us women are completely right that this case deserves death.
Yes.
Now the point is, our viewers who are writing in Arnab are writing in.
Give us a few feet.
Hang them, rapists, hang them to death, send them to the gallows. These are 3 I've read out. They say hang them and let's celebrate Justice Day. Review petition should be wrapped up in crap and sent back to the lawyers. This is the kind of sentiment and the anger coming in. 60 messages have come in a minute, and Arnab, the last message says, why is this advocate even talking about them? Hang the rapists. So this is a comment that's coming in. Enough is enough. Hang them in a Delhi center. Let us look at what will happen to them. Don't allow such perverted people to shout on your channel. So Arnab, the sentiment that's coming in is one of your anger here. No more.
And I add one last thing to it on which I want your feedback, ladies and gentlemen. My question tonight to all of you is this: that I think the death penalty should be quickly executed. Yes. B, it should be done ASAP. Thirdly, I want to say this. I am not for the moment of death being put on television, but I propose today that the pictures of the four convicts on the news after their death should be made public. Viewers, do you support? I ask you today,
the countdown. Tell them this is a countdown. 16th December is very near. Arnab is starting the countdown. Make it a countdown,
I
Arnab.
say tomorrow. Why 16th?
Make it a countdown. Let it be on 16th, even if it is there. You know, it happened such bad thing on 16th. It
Not
is going to be a
the
big
president
day.
has
Arnab,
to
make
act.
it a countdown.
Anuja, the president has to act for that.
No,
and the government has to tell the president. The president doesn't take this decision at all.
Anuja,
the government has to take this
I will
decision.
say this to the government, to the president, to everyone. Allow me. I say today publicly that today is the 10th of December. It's a Tuesday. One minute. The deadline for their execution from the people of India, and I'm sure you support me on this, is the early morning of 16th.
Yes.
Okay, so I say latest before sunrise on 16th. Before they should not be able to see the sunrise of 16th. Demand one. So the countdown is very much on. The demand on Republic Network, and I hope you support me, viewers. I do a campaign on this on Republic Bharat. The deadline is before sunrise on the 16th. For me, I have somebody on the studio here, Yogita, who says she'll commit euthanasia. I take her seriously. Secondly, I make a second demand. I say today, nobody's innocent. I am saying today, my second demand.
I never said he's innocent.
My second demand is this, and viewers support me in this. I am demanding that the picture of the four on the news, their dead bodies, has to be released to me and to the entire media and to the whole world, so that the whole world knows this is what we do with rapists in India. Ladies and gentlemen, give us your support. I shall see you tomorrow at night. Good night and goodbye.